All right. So here's my review of Sifu. Now that I've finally beaten it, don't have anything prepared, so I'm just kind of going off the dome here. It's a shorter game, but it took me longer than expected to beat it. Had no idea what I was getting myself into. I hated it at first. Like, for real, almost contemplated quitting the entire playthrough because I thought it was so hard. Not a fighting game guy. I've never played like Smash Bros as a kid. Was never really into like Mortal Kombat, even though I think it's really cool, you know, what it's done historically, all that stuff. But fighting games never gelled with me. I suck at them, which is probably part of the reason I don't like them. This is such a fighting game. I think if you are good at those sorts of things, you might crush this game. I even saw like Moist Critical. Charlie was pretty good at the game. I know a friend of mine who'd probably be pretty good at this, but once I got the hang of it, I did like it a lot. Like, the animations are crazy, super satisfying. Even when you die, like, obviously the finishing moves are cool and they really never get old. But when you die even to an enemy, you know, they have a finishing move as well. And that death animation, just with the hard cut to the red screen on your last life, can be pretty cinematic. When you get the hang of it, the gameplay is really good. And I guess that's what's really cool about the whole mechanics of the game in general, right? Like, if nothing else, even if you hate playing it and quit playing it, I think you got to give it props for trying something new. The way the story progresses, like, or at least the way that your health works and your lives work. Like, it's one long life instead of either unlimited lives with checkpoints or several lives, and then having to start over. Each death you age depending on how many times you've died previously. So starting at age 20, going all the way up to age 70, could be 70 plus depending on the way that, again, those death counters shake out. But luckily there is a checkpoint like each level, and it's a classic revenge story with, I think, 6 bosses, so each boss being a level, 6 levels in total, and that's it. That's the end of the game. On that premise, story is not great. What really stands out again is like the combat and the mechanics, and uh, just the smoothness of the way the game is played. Like, the story's okay. I mean, it's almost like not even like, again, the focal point. I don't think they even really were trying to go for like a writing award. But yeah, I mean, it has a satisfying ending. Um, what was so difficult for me was like the avoid mechanic. That changed everything for me. It is designed to be a grueling grind, I think, again, because of the way like the death mechanic works. So keeping that in mind, the whole point is to learn from your mistakes, right? Like, learn, you died at this point. What was it because of? Was it a certain move that you're the boss, or just like a regular minion level did to you? Was it because you didn't parry, or you didn't block uh, at the right time, or you didn't avoid? And the avoiding for me was like the hardest part. um, I think just because I didn't really understand it, and I didn't take the tutorial seriously enough, I guess. But once you get the controls down, so fun, so fun. Like, one of the most unique games I've ever played with those, sort of fighting styles. It really reminds me. You ever played like, what's it called? Jet Li's like Rise to Honor, where like the right analog stick, it was like a PS2 game. The right analog stick was just like endless combos. Um, this game made me want to go back and play that again. Actually, very much reminded me of that game. Uh, but this game is even harder than that. So it's just unforgiving, man. Um, I definitely think I spent the most time on the club, like the Sean boss with the long stick. Man, like, I think those levels alone are probably like the most time I spent in the game. I also love the bosses themselves. I mean, again, it was cool that each boss sort of tested a different mechanic or ability that you essentially had to master to beat them. And all of their second phases and cutscenes were so sick. Like my favorite level probably being the museum. Uh, all of that sequence, either in the level and in the boss fight, straight art, complete art. I mean, I was shocked, and I'm glad I pushed through, right? Because I feel like if I would have quit, um, I wouldn't have seen any of that stuff. So yeah, the way that they almost get like mythical halfway through the levels at points, I thought is so badass, and it's something I'm really glad I went and checked out because the game was so big when it came out, so hyped. Um, and then I never really like had any desire to check it out again, or I mean I knew it was always something I'd get to. So glad I'm able to cross this one off the list. Um, as far as the rating goes, I give it a strong 7. I give it a strong 7. Um, if you would have asked me at the beginning of the playthrough, probably like the first, 3 hours, I would say this game is like a 2 or a 3. Super overhyped, you know, short game, kind of lackluster, but it really does deserve the hype. And I think people who hate on it are people like me who just couldn't hack it and quit before they could really unlock the way the game works. Um, so for that alone, I really praise the developers for sticking true to the way that they wanted the game to feel and play. And I think that's why the game is big, for those who figured it out. And glad it's over. Like I will not be playing this again. That last boss was pretty tough. It was cool that he was like a combination of everyone's abilities, and it really felt like a final test to the game. Felt like a final test to what you'd learned. Definitely felt like the most mastered at that point. But even then, I mean, the last you can see the last part to that playthrough. Almost sheer luck that I even beat him. So truly a stellar game, though. Yeah, that's Sifu. 7 out of 10, strong 7. Haven't decided what I'm gonna play next. Depending on when I upload this, feel free to give me a suggestion. But yeah, we'll get something going soon. Fun game. And that's pretty much it. All right, see ya.